Hello, welcome back to part 2 as we continue on here, the march to level 68, of course. So we've just done Underblog, and I just wanted to show this real fast since I did miss it, like I mentioned earlier, around the first boss is where that big thorn thing is, and that's what you want to hit to get that quest. That was back in Underbog. Well, I've fast forwarded into Slave Pens here, and this is near the end of Slave Pens, and, well, not quite, but close. And the main reason I did that is because Slave Pens really isn't that much of a big deal. Obviously, we didn't have a hard time with it. There's a lot of mobs in Slave Pens, obviously. But level-wise, it's not a big deal. You shouldn't have too much of a problem. And there's only one quest we're after, and this is finishing off the quest that you're going to get in front of all the all the reservoir instance entrances. And we've already done 2. We did those in Underbog, so now we're getting the other 2. And one of them is was right up here, and I think you saw it. Somebody came up here, found him, took care of it, got that done. So now we're going to, then we fought a boss over there. After that, you move on towards just before the end boss is where you're going to find the other one. And it's kind of important, depending on how it is. He's going to give you a buff that you'll see here in just a minute before we fight the final boss that will help you against the final boss. So it's a good idea to grab it. It doesn't hurt nothing, obviously. We had a nice unholy DK who put up an anti-magic shield that worked just as good. So you move down there, you get him, we pulled back, brought him back here, back to the shore, and you can see the anti-magic shell went up and I got into it so I wouldn't be hit by the AoE, and as you can see his AoE does nothing when that happens, practically nil, and he came down real fast, and that was the it for Slave Pens. Real easy, real nice, got all those quests done, it was awesome. I got some awesome gear, including that cape right there, which was freaking wicked. Had a great time with that pug group. It's awesome to get a great pug group like that. So, last thing I'm going to show you here in the instance-wise is just outside the instance here by the meeting stone is where you're going to get the quest, and we're turning in the quest here, and you can see that here. And that will do it for Coilfang for now. And then we're going to skip back to Zangor Marsh to show in the turning in of the other 2 quests that we did in Coilfang. And so we move into Zangor Marsh here, and we go to Spoganar, which is in the southeast corner, around the southeast corner, and we go ahead and turn these in for some nice rewards and some great XP, over 22,000 XP, as you can see, which was awesome. So you go ahead and turn all those in, and if you weren't friendly before, this will definitely do it. As you can see, as soon as I finish this one here, I get friended instantly. And when that happens, if you've already are friended, then you probably grab the other 2 quests that you're going to give here. If not, we're going to go ahead and go over them real fast as soon as I make up my mind. So I become friended, and then I turn around, and lo and behold, there it is. One of these quests is again for Coilfang, and it's for a certain type of mushroom or some sort of herb or whatever. And the other one is a simple little kill quest with some of the Naga. Now, I had enough on me to finish the quest for the herbs or whatever, so you'll see that, me turning that in. But the Naga one, they want you to kill a certain amount of these slave drivers and sorceresses, which are not very far from Spoganar. In fact, they're just little northwest by the lake. As you can see here, I'm in the lake, and you'll find a whole bunch over there. It's near the last drain, basically, when you went and did it. Nothing's changed here. They're pretty much the same as always, so I'm not going to go over them too much. I'm just going to show a little bit of us fighting them and killing them. Don't have to kill too many, so it doesn't take too long. Once you're done, go ahead and head back, and you can go ahead and turn them both in, or do both of them. Of course, 22k for that wonderful thing, and they will give you a nice choice of weapons and stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't use the weapon they gave. It's more of a feral weapon than anything, so I went ahead, as my standard rule is, just pick the highest thing that'll give you the most money. Since these are binds on pickup, if you can't use it, get the thing that'll give you the most money. Otherwise, pick something that's useful, or if you're a disenchanter, pick something that'll give you the best disenchant. Now, he does give you another quest after that, so we're still friends. To clarify, it doesn't look like it, but it is a repeatable quest, so don't let that deceive you. So now we're moving on to Nagrand. Now I needed to turn in a quest down here anyway that I got earlier. And so I've come back, I've also come down here to run through this like Ring of Blood. And what this is a little like a, not really an arena thing, but it's a little kind of take on a wrestling match or whatever. And you have to go through these different phases of different people to fight. But at the very end, there's some really nice rewards, weapons-wise. And this is for a staff, and this is how I got my new staff. And my wonderful, lovely fiance, of course, is helping me through this, as well as our ever so well-endowed Feral Druid, Finn, is as well. And they're both 80, so they're helping me get through this. Guys. It's suggested players 5 for the level. Honestly, from what I've seen of these players, it looks like it. We couldn't do this any less than 2 or 3 people. Obviously, they could do it, them too, just them too. But since it's me going through this is great, so I went put a little healing roll and just kept them healed as we killed them, and we just keep going through every single one. And what's awesome about this is not only are you getting experience, you're getting 11 gold, over 11 gold for each single one of these that you kill on top of your experience, which is freaking wicked. I made a lot of money off this. Not to mention these bosses are giving you XP too when they go down, and then you tack on top of that, turning them in, and at the very end of the quest you again get another 11 gold, over 11 gold, and then you get to pick a sweet weapon. And the staff here is awesome. If you are a druid or anyone who uses a staff and wants intellect and stamina and spell power and all that, you definitely want to run this. Now, this is the second to last one here. And you're also going to get a whole bunch of pots. I don't know if you saw that, but you're going to get a whole bunch of pots. And we're talking, greater health pots and things like this. Stuff you can actually use. So this is freaking awesome. You really want to run this. It's so worth it. So worth it. I believe there is something similar to this Ring of Blood in Blade's Edge, where we're at, but I'm not entirely sure. So don't quote me on that completely. So we go ahead and do this, and we get that done, and then so this is the second to last one here. After this, you're gonna have to fight the champion. Basically, that big ogre who's standing nearby is going to come down, and you'll have to fight him. So keep an eye on that here in just a bit. Once that's done, that's it. You are the champion, you win, you get the prize. So we turn in this last one, we get some more money, and here it is. There's that staff right there. There's actually 2 staffs, so there's a great selection there, and you can see there's tons of other weapons that I didn't even go over. You definitely want to do that. And as you can see, you move down here, and it's the big ogre that was nearby, and he's going to come down, and then we're going to fight him. Now, it's important to keep note of this guy. He's a little tricky. First, he is a shaman based, so he's going to cast chain lightning when he gets an opportunity to. As you can see, it hurt me pretty bad, so I kind of backed up so it wouldn't be quite as effective. So you need to watch that. Also, he reses himself. Yeah, you heard it. He reses himself, as you can see right here. So you're going to have to kill him not once, but twice. And so once you got him down the second time, reap the rewards of a kick-ass staff, and you're going to be seeing the staff right here. Oh, I love this staff. This is an awesome staff. It was a great way to end the day. I'll tell you what. And I wasn't even done yet. I hadn't even leveled yet, but just the amount of gear I got yesterday was amazing. Just amazing. And I got even more today. I actually did run my first Caverns of Time instances, and I'm going to put that into a separate blog post that I'm showing you here with my mains. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I really want to show you show it to you without making it a complete spoiler. Now, what I'm doing here is turning in that quest that's down here in Nagrand, and this is further southeast, and you just turn that in. I'm going to show you the fly point here. That's all for now. I'm going to head to part 3. In part 3, lots more as we get to 68.